What's going on, you guys? Lit Man Tuck coming back at you with another book review. And once again, I'm going back into the book collection. This one is an oldie but goodie. And when I say oldie, I mean hundreds of years old. A Book of Five Rings, a very influential book across the world, man. If anybody, like my martial arts coach, introduced me to this book when I first started doing jujitsu. He was much more than a jujitsu coach. He was a true martial artist. And he referenced this book, and it really helped me in martial arts and in life. So the main character, I mean, it's a self-written type of deal. Miyamoto Musashi, he was a martial artist, or he was a samurai swordsman on some real stuff. At 13 years old, he had his first fight, and these fools used to fight to the death. And so he went undefeated from age 13 all the way to age 30. And after that, he just started traveling. Like he would travel the world and just defeat fools, some stuff like that, man. And when he was about 60 something years old, he climbed into a mountain and he wrote a Book of Five Rings, basically talking about his way. And for me, it was very helpful. Joe Rogan, if you ever heard of him, he has a big ass tattoo on his arm of this stuff. And so you can see Miyamoto Musashi on Baki, like the anime show, like all sorts of stuff, man. Now, here's the thing. He has some very interesting stories about how he defeated people. He won't tell you in his book, but if you look at the 33 Strategies of War, he's referenced a lot in that book on how he defeated one guy with the boat paddle, like trying to get into his head and stuff like that. But he's talking about his way. If you read this book, it's a very short book, very quick read. Me, I like the audio much better. If you do the audio, make sure you get the right one, because there's some goofy ones out there, so you don't want to get that goofy stuff. The book is great as well. Like I said, it's a very short read. But if you're interested in this character or this real life figure, you should look at some of his stories that people wrote from their point of view on how he defeated people. But the 33 Strategies of War is another good book, and it references him. It gives him a reference and from the outside, because he's not going to tell you everything about himself. He's just going to talk about his way. So fascinating book. I wanted to do some book reviews that's in my collection. I'm not trying to keep up with everybody and read the latest book and then turn around and do a review. That's cool. But I'm just not going to do that, But I'm going to talk about the collection, and maybe you've read it before. If you read it before, make sure you comment on it. If you haven't, make sure you check it out if you're into something like this, or if you need a different type of motivation.